My name is Eugene Coyle of Advisors Circle. I'm going to introduce John Amatulli, President of Advisors Circle. John has been recognized as one of the top financial advisors in our industry. In fact, he's received awards for top customer satisfaction. John does over $20 million a year with one of the top A-rated carriers in our industry. Today he's going to share some of the sales process as to how he's achieved those levels with you. Ladies and gentlemen, John Amatulli.
Hello, my name is John Amatulli, co-president of Advisors Circle. What I thought I would do today is take a few moments with you to share our sales presentation recommendation meeting, some of the points of the 10-step process that we have in place. When you come to our training, I will directly go in depth to all 10 points, but for time's sake today, I'm just going to share a few points with you. Today, I'm going to share some of the points of the 10-step sales process, but I do want to mention that I've already met with the client previously and done a fact finder. And I will go through the fact finder in great detail at our training as well. But one of the things I do advocate, ladies and gentlemen, when we do a fact finder is to not use the pre-printed questions for asking people questions. I'll go into that in detail, but one of the things we don't want to do is say, hey, Tom and Mary, we have a number of questions to ask you, and they see a sheet of 20 questions. It puts them on the defensive right away. This is something you want to take your time and make an investment to memorize some of those questions, so when you sit down with them, these questions come off the top of your head and the client feels a lot more comfortable when they go to answer those. So what I'm going to do now is take you through a few of the steps of our 10-point sales process. And as you know, ladies and gentlemen, the simpler a process is when we go to make a recommendation. If a client understands it, in my opinion, the more likely they are to do business with us. And I can't tell you how many times over my 22-year career a client has told me, John, you're one of the first advisors I've understood when you go to explain the recommendation on the account. And that's always a good sign, because if they understand it, they feel good, they feel better, they're more likely to do business with you, like I said. So this point, I'm at the recommendation meeting where, for example, I'm going to recommend a fixed indexed annuity. And I'll say, hey, Tom and Mary, as you know, I analyzed and I studied all of the information you shared with me on our first meeting on the fact finder. I have a recommendation for you that I'm going to put up on the board. As you know, one of the first things they may be thinking of is, okay, he's got a recommendation, what's it going to cost me? It's just normal thought process for most human beings. So one of the first things, folks, that I write up on the board is, Tom and Mary, first things first, with the recommendation I have for you, there's no cost to do it. What it's called is just a rollover transfer. In our training, we go through all of the in-depth different types of accounts, but in the account I'm recommendation today, there's no cost to do it. It's just referred to as a rollover transfer. I'm sure you've heard of that or maybe even done that before. Okay. The next thing I put up on the board is the next thing I write up there is never lose money due to market declines. When the market goes down, you don't lose a dime. So what that means to you, Tom and Mary, is you can go to bed every night knowing that when the market goes down, you don't lose a dime of your money. You have peace of mind. That's one of the first things I want for you in your portfolio, and this attains that for you. Also, I am mentioning in this account, with this account, there's no risk to your money. There's no risk to your money because, Tom and Mary, in this account, you don't own any stocks, bonds, or mutual funds like you do today in your account at Edward Jones, okay? The company takes our money and they invest it. You do not own any stocks, bonds, or mutual funds that go down when the stock market goes down. The company invests the money and they give us certain guarantees. The company that I'm recommending to you is company XYZ. We have all of the different companies, over 30 different companies for the annuities. You may become comfortable with one or two companies like I have over the years, but we'll work with you because we have all the companies, and some of the companies have stronger points when it comes to accumulation or income. So Tom and Mary, company XYZ in this account that I'm recommending, they're going to give you a bonus to get into the account. And ladies and gentlemen, as you know, a lot of times when someone hears, okay, they're going to give me a bonus, this is too good to be true. Well, it's not too good to be true, and I'll explain the reason why. And one of my goals is I try to always put myself in the client's position to understand how they're thinking. And I've done this over the years, and this is why we've come up and how we've come up with this simple, duplicatable 10-step sales process. So when I get to the bonus, I say, Tom and Mary, company XYZ is going to give you a bonus. And I tell them why they give you a bonus. Because people ask me all the time, Tom and Mary, John, why the heck in the world would a company give me a bonus to open an account? And I tell everybody the same thing. Whether our money's at a bank, a credit union, an insurance company, or a brokerage investment house, none of them do anything for us to be nice guys. They're all in business to make money off of our money. So is company XYZ. But I live across the street, as I mentioned to you. I get these all the time in the mail. I'm sure you've seen them, Tom and Mary as well. This one just happens to be from Chase Bank. If you open a checking account with Chase Bank, they give you a $300 bonus. All of the banks are doing that now. They're not doing that to be the friendly bank on the block. They're doing it to attract us to put our money with them so they can use our money to make money for themselves. And so is company XYZ. They're going to use our money to make money for themselves. But I will tell you, Tom and Mary, as an investor, even with my own money, I don't care if a company makes money on my money as long as I can go home and sleep well at night on what I'm making on my account for me and my family, especially if I'm not taking any of the risk, which is what it is in this account. So in this account, they give you a bonus of such and such percent, and that goes into your account day one. Then what I like to discuss out of the 10 points is people are constantly thinking in the investment world when we're trying to work with them on a fixed indexed annuity, they're always thinking it's too good to be true. That's why I dissect why the company gives them a bonus. So I always tell them, Tom and Mary, with this account, there's 2 catches. They're not going to be catches for you, but I'm obligated to tell you what they are. In this account, as I mentioned, is a fixed indexed annuity. And then I write underneath it, it's one of the good ones. Why do I say it's one of the good ones? Because in my professional opinion, there's good annuities and there's bad annuities. I particularly, this is just my opinion, I don't like the variable annuities. Variable means just that. They can go up in value, but they can also go down in value. This one never goes down in value when the market goes down. And variable annuities have some of the highest fees of any investments out there straight across the board, unlike the fixed indexed annuities. So in closing, what I'll mention to them is there's a couple catches. For today's time's sake, I'm just going to mention one of them, but I promise you when you come to our training, I go through all 10 steps. You commit this to memory, and I promise you and give you my word, you'll have success with it. But one of the things I tell them is with this account, one of the catches is you cannot touch the money for 1 year, okay? Again, as I mentioned, it's not going to be a catch for you because I've left you, Tom and Mary, plenty of liquidity and other accounts that you can immediately get your hands on. But that is one of the catches. You can't touch it for 1 year. And then after 1 year, we can make free withdrawals from the account of 10% per year in years 2 through 10. So in today's example, I'm recommending $300,000. You get a bonus in this particular case of $21,000. Your account starts at $321,000. Never lose a dime when the market goes down. And they have different income accounts that we can discuss for you. I'm going to do that at our training. But the client has $321,000 in the account. They could take out $32,000. And they're the boss. They could take it out monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, or one lump sum a year. If they want to use this account to take out more than 10% per year, I don't want them in this account and I won't put them in this account because then there's a fee, a surrender charge, they refer to it as, okay? So 10% per year is the free withdrawal. As I mentioned, if they want more than 10% per year, I won't put them in this account, or I won't put $300,000 in. Maybe they would feel more comfortable with $250,000. My goal, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day is to make everyone I meet with a client. I have no minimums. I believe that you do the right things for people, it comes back to you, and we want to help them sleep well at night. I don't want any of our clients thinking at night, oh my God, what do I do if an emergency comes up? I can go only get 10% of my account. I'd rather have them open the account with $200,000 and then worry versus worrying about if an emergency comes up. But we always, always, always leave our clients plenty of liquidity. You never put all of somebody's money into an annuity, no matter what type it is. So again, if they need more than the 10% per year, we just don't put them in this account, or we put less in. And when I get to the close, which I'll go through in detail at our training, if they're not acting, then I will say to them, well, Tom and Mary, would you feel more comfortable with $200,000 versus $300,000? We never use any pressure tactics whatsoever, but again, our goal at the end of the day is to make them a client and have them feel comfortable. So in closing, ladies and gentlemen, our whole goal here is to make them a client. We have no minimums. We stay in touch with our clients after the fact, so a lot of our clients add to their accounts, and even when if you put them in the bonus product, you do get the bonus for the first year. They never ever have to add to it, but if they wanted to, they get the bonus for the first year. And I promise when you come to our full day training, we go through this in depth on the simple, duplicatable process that I promise you will all be able to do. Again, it's duplicatable and it's simple. And repeating what I said earlier when I opened the meeting, so many times over the years, people have told me, John, you're one of the first advisors I've understood with the recommendation for the account. And as we all know, if they understand it, they're more likely to do it. So I look forward to seeing all of you at our training, and I promise it will be well worth your time. Thank you very much.